'Tis the season for charitable giving. Giving money to those in need can feel really good. And today on Money Awesomeness, I'm going to talk to you about how charitable donations can help others, make you feel good, and help you out come tax time. Did you know that charitable donations can help you out at tax time? Well, they sure can with something called the Charitable Donations Tax Credit. The Charitable Donations Tax Credit works like this. You take the sum of all of your charitable donations from registered charities or qualified donees that have issued you an official tax receipt for your donation. That's critical. Then you take the whole sum, and the first $200 of that gets a federal tax credit of 15%. And here's where it gets really cool. For all the donations that you made above that initial $200, you get a tax credit at 29%, which is fabulous and a really great incentive for you to give more than $200. You can use charitable donations that you've got receipts for up to 5 years ago in the current tax year. So if you've got a high tax bill and you haven't used those receipts before, you can use them all right now, which is really great. And also, you can share the charitable donations within the household with your spouse or your common law partner. So you can collect them all, and you can get the biggest bang for your buck come tax season because more donations will be above that initial $200. So let's say that the sum of all of your charitable donations for the tax year added up to $500. The first $200 of that $500 is going to be credited back to you at 15%, which means that you get a $30 tax credit. Now here's the cool part. The next $300 is credited back to you at 29%, which means that you get $87 back on that $300, which means that the total tax credit you get on your $500 is $117. Pretty rad. So now I'm going to teach you about something that's brand spanking new in the 2013 federal budget. It's something called the First Time Donor Super Credit. I'm not even kidding you, it actually is called a super credit because that's exactly what it is. The First Time Donor Super Credit adds an extra 25% of a tax credit back in your pockets on the first $1,000 of any money charitable donations that you've made. That's huge. You're considered a first-time donor if you have not used the Charitable Donations Tax Credit, which we just talked about, in the last 5 years. That means you have not claimed any charitable donation in the last 5 years at all. If that's you, then this calendar tax year, you have the opportunity to qualify for the super credit. So no matter what, you're going to qualify for the Charitable Donations Tax Credit, which means that the first $200 is going to be tax credited at 15% and the next $300 at 29%. Now here's where the First Time Donor Super Credit gets really, really cool. They're going to take that $500 and credit it back to you at a rate of 25% on top of the Charitable Donations Tax Credit, which means that an extra $125 is being added on to that $117, and for your $500 in donations, you're going to get a tax credit for $242. And with the First Time Donor Credit, it may be worth talking to your tax professional. If you can actually save some of those charitable donation receipts from a couple of years, stretch them out so that you're finally considered a first-time donor again, that might be a really cool way to get a big bang for your buck with all of your charitable giving. And just remember that in order to qualify for all of this, you have to be issued an official charitable donation receipt for tax purposes. Here's an example of a donation that we made to the Country Cat Sanctuary for $20, and this baby is going to help me save some money at tax time. So charitable donations are a great way to give to others and also get some back at tax time. It's the gift that just keeps on giving. You should subscribe if you're really excited that there's something the government called a super credit. You should subscribe if you were surprised at the fact that your charitable donations can actually help you in the end.